Hey my lovelies, I hope you're all safe and well, and Monday blessings to you. I'm just coming on to do this Monday's guidance reading. So I felt very connected today to work with the Daily Crystal Inspiration cards, and these are by Heather Askinosi. I don't know if I've said that right. I'll pull that in close so you can see. Just there. So these are the cards. Let's give them a knock. Let's give them a shuffle. Let's see what the energies are for this week. I just want to say, while I'm shuffling the cards, a massive, massive thank you to everybody that came to support me at the King's Theatre in Gloucester on Saturday. It was an amazing night. I was quite nervous because obviously it's a theatre, so it's a different type of kind of arena that I'm now sort of starting to sort of work in. But it was amazing. The audience was great. The staff members were great. I'm just going to put these down a sec. We'll have a chat. It was just a really, really cool night. So thank you so, so much. And what was lovely about that night is there were quite a few spirits coming through that they haven't ever come through before for people. And audience members were being used as messengers. I mean, for those of you that were there, you will know of this already. But there was a particularly sort of dark passing from a young lad. He was only like 16, who came through and he had been murdered. And it was quite graphic what was being shown to me. And the woman could take him, and, you know, she literally said, you know, the family and everyone's been waiting for him to come through for about, I think, 4 or 5 years. He just hasn't come through. So she's going to pass that on to the mum. So that will be amazing for her to hopefully get some peace and comfort knowing that her boy is safe. So it was a really, really powerful night. But also I feel so, sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional actually thinking about it. I feel so blessed and so honoured that Spirit entrust me with that as well, because that's massive. That's a massive, big thing. That's a massive message. And, you know, yeah, there was some banter. Yes, there was some campness and everything else, but that type of message is huge for somebody. So I just felt so humbled that Spirit trusted me enough to to work with me and come through, and then to pass that on, and trusted that person in the audience enough to be the messenger. This is when I think Spirit are so clever, because, you know, they orchestrate everything. They really do. So that was a powerful piece. Really weird as well. We had microphone problems again. Oh, I don't know why. Well, I do know why this happens, but I'm going to have to look into this and sort of see if we can get around it. So I used the theatre's equipment, which was more state of the art than my own, and we did a microphone check. It was perfect. It was fine. There was no feedback anywhere. The monitors were actually, they're behind the theatre in that particular place, so there was no throwback from them. And we had perfect, crystal clear sound. Started the show, all started off well and good, but then as Spirit were building in and gathering, the mics were popping off like anything. And I was like, oh no. So I'm really sorry, guys, to those of you that were there that I took your ears out accidentally. But you could see for yourselves, I was not near any sort of monitors or speakers. It literally was just Spirit coming in. And with some of the messages, the more evidence that was coming in, the more the mics were popping. So it was like, oh my gosh. I mean, Bath is known for that, but I've never had it in a theatre as of yet. But Gloucester, oh, that was interesting. So sorry about the mics popping off, but yeah, but I think I have to keep it real, and I think it is where the spirit vibrations just come up. That's what it's all about. That's what's been happening. Anyway, the messages, thank you very much if you came. And also what was lovely, I had some private feedback afterwards from the theatre, and they said that they have had many psychic nights before, and they've been, you know, varying degrees. That's how they worded it. But they all said that they felt my night was the most positive and the most well received. So that was lovely. And they've already, I haven't even, you know, spoken about anything else yet, like a tour for next year, but they've already said, please, will you come back next year? So that's amazing. So that's lovely, you know, when you get asked back before you've even thought about sort of putting on anything else. So Gloucester, there will be a date coming next year back at the King's Theatre. So if you didn't get the chance to see me this time round, next time hopefully. So watch out for that. That will be coming soon. Okay, so let's get back to this Monday and see what the messages are with the cards. channeling these for the highest good. Sorry if I sound a bit nasal today as well. Like, I don't know if I've got the start of my hay fever, because for those of you that know me well, you will know that I suffer quite bad with hay fever. Even though I've been taking all my bits and pieces, I've been sort of dosing up on local honey for quite a few months now, trying to prep myself, and a few other little bits and pieces. But yeah, I am feeling quite nasal. I'm hoping it is hay fever. I would rather it be that than a cold, because I definitely do not want any bugs at the moment. But yeah, so sorry if I sound a bit weird, because I can feel like I just don't feel completely like clear today. Sorry, I'm telling you my life history here, aren't I? Let's get on with these bloody cards. Like, I'm asking Spirit to show me a message for the day. Sorry, we're going around on a bit of a loop at the moment. I'll know when one comes out, because it will literally just pop itself at me. I think I'm having a bit of a Spirit scatterbrain day today. Okay, I'm just going to be a bit more disciplined and put my focus into these. What's coming out? Oh, there we go. Oh, interesting. Not the card I was expecting. So we've got Rhodonite is the crystal. So this week then you're being encouraged. So if you have a piece of this, great. If you don't, it could be worth investing in a piece or getting a piece. But Rhodonite is the crystal of choice that will help us this week. And it just says, find a way to forgive. So it could be for some of us, maybe we're reliving sort of past traumas. Maybe we're reliving past experiences. Maybe we're going over old ground. And I think with forgiveness, it doesn't mean necessarily that we forget what's happened, but it's often about setting ourselves free. I definitely feel like I've got a cold coming, because because like as I'm sort of holding this card, I just feel like some people are really reminiscing or really going back into thoughts quite sort of dark or quite deeply. And for me, forgiveness, it doesn't mean that we have to excuse what's happened. And it's not it's not always about the other person even, but sometimes when we forgive, it's about, I see forgiveness a lot of the time, it's about setting ourselves free from the restrictions, from the torture, from the toxic energies that may have happened. Definitely. So find a way to forgive. So if you are struggling with something, if there is something that's been sort of, eating at you a little bit, what's quite good to do is to maybe light a candle and then just do a bit of a meditation. And I always sort of feel in your mind, go into a space where you sort of re-see the trauma, you either re-see what happened or what played out, or you perhaps see the person or the circumstance or situation, whatever the experience is, and just send love. Just imagine that you're sending love back to that sort of past cycle, that past time, because love is the energy needed to set things free. But yeah, find a way to forgive. That's quite powerful, actually. That's quite an interesting one. So that's how I would do it. It's also interesting because we're very shortly on Wednesday, we're going into sort of the 1st of May, which takes us into the pagan festival of Beltane. So obviously that's coming up as well. And Beltane is very powerful in the sense of like celebration. It's coming together. It's a time for fertility. It's time for love. It's all about sort of investment of love. So maybe this is why it's coming in as well, to sort of break some sort of patterns from the past potentially. So I don't know if that resonates and if that helps. I hope it does. But yeah, an interesting one. I'm sort of asking if there's anything more. And I suppose actually with just talking about the message that I brought through, I mean, those people that obviously, with the boy that obviously came through that was murdered, and that was by children basically that murdered him, which was awful. You're never going to forgive that. You're never going to be able to send love back to those people, because I think it's impossible to do. But if there's a way that you can live for the person, it's setting yourself free for the person. Because the main message that was coming through from Spirit was he wants his family to live, to be happy, to be at peace, to continue with life, because that's an honouring for him. So I think there's a part of that message for this as well. So when we're sort of saying about find a way to forgive, I think, if people have wronged you, if people have hurt you, if there have been wounds that haven't healed from the spirit world as well, it's finding a way to move forward and to keep going and to not be held back. So interesting. We're going deep this week, guys. So I'm going to leave it with you. I hope it resonates and makes a bit of sense. I just want to say a cheeky shout that this coming Thursday, I am doing, I'm all over the place today. Oh, I'm having a proper spirit scatterbrain moment. I don't think I've come down yet from the theatre, actually. I think I'm still buzzed up, you know. But yeah, so this Thursday, I'm going to be in Colour and Crystals, and I'm going to be doing my spirit and psychometry evening workshop. It's £50 per person. There are a couple of spaces left if you want to be involved. Drop Jo a message at the shop and she can get you booked in. Sorry if you can hear any banging. There's some arsehole outside. I don't know what's going on there, but there's a lot of banging outside. So I'm sorry about that if you can hear that going on. And then on Saturday, I am going to be over at Wincanton War Memorial Hall doing my Spirit Magic Night of Mediumship. So there are still some tickets left. I think I've got about 30 tickets left now, and then that night's going to sell out. So if you'd like to come and see me over in Wincanton, nice and local for me, it's literally like 10 minutes down the road. So I'm really, really buzzing for that one. Then obviously come along, buy a ticket, get involved, and it'll be great to see some of you lovelies there. So have a beautiful week. Look after yourselves. I hope you can understand this message. And if you do need to forgive any type of cycle or experience or trauma or person, do what needs to be done to set yourself free. But have a cool one. Look after yourself, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.